Hey everybody, how's it going? John here. What if I could scroll soft portrait design and woodworks? What's everybody up to today? Let's see, we got nobody in the chat yet, but it's okay. It's okay. I started it at last minute anyway. So Joe's got an easy job on her. She got nobody, no two comments to read, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yay.
So yeah, what's everybody been up to? What's everybody been up to in the chat? What are y'all up to? How's it going? So
Oh, there's one person there. One.
But before we start, thank you all my subs and members for showing up on my live. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all. You can show up whenever you want. You don't have to be here, so it's okay. It was a last minute thing anyway. I know everybody's all like, "What? John's doing a wood show? What's up with that? When's the last time John did a wood show? Oh, right, Wednesday." Everybody's just so used to me talking about crocheting and yarn and stuff, right? Right, Annie?
True.
Hey, Annie.
Crochet and yarn and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And cooking stuff. Don't forget cooking stuff. It's very important.
Yes, and food. Crochet, yarn, and food.
Hey, without food, you wouldn't have the strength to crochet and yarn.
Yeah, I would.
Or cut wood.
Well, technically, it's see. So woodwork technically is still fiber arts, right? So it's wood fiber,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
fiber arts, right?
Right?
But I know I can.
You can stretch fiber arts in quite a few different directions. And sorry, I'm eating something really quick in my stomach. You slept for almost 11 hours.
What?
Yeah.
I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning.
I went straight to bed when we finished last night. Well, 10, 15 minutes. And I woke up a few times through the night. I once let Holly out to pee. Went right back to sleep. And I was laying there and was like, man, I had to pee really bad. Why do I have to pee so bad? And I opened my eyes and looked at the clock and I was like, oh, that's why.
So I went to bed at like 1:30 and I got up at 3:30 and I've been up since.
Why?
I got up with leg cramps and I just couldn't go back to sleep.
You get those a lot, don't you?
What's that?
You get those a lot, don't you?
Yeah, but I eat bananas all the time. I got lots of potassium going in. I got all these stupid.
So do we, but both of us still have to take potassium supplements.
I got them. I'm taking them Centrum one a day, freaking pills and stuff. So
that's a multivitamin. I'm talking just a potassium supplement by itself.
I don't want no potassium. But what else? What else was I taking too? There was something else. It was no.
Tums helps with cramps. I'm telling you.
Well, Tums is good.
Potassium in them.
For calcium, and but I don't want to take too much calcium because of my stupid heel spur that I got. Right? Don't want to get even big.
Yeah, I just know when I was pregnant, that's what the doctor had me take because I was getting cramps real bad.
Oh, so you're saying you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Mom was having really bad hand cramps. I gave her some of those, and it helped with hers too. I don't know why she was getting them, something with the chemo or something, I think. But anyway, yeah.
Well, they are releasing my nephew today because it's influenza A. They can't really do anything for him there that he wouldn't be doing at home. And he said if they wasn't going to do anything for him there that his wife could, or my niece could do for him, that he wanted to be released. So they're going to release him. Because, fair enough. They're just charging him to be there laying in a bed.
Yeah.
He's like, I can sleep at home. He said, probably sleep better at home. So, I mean, not waking me up every half hour to see if I'm sleeping. Oh, man, that pissed me off. I was in the hospital. I was in there for a couple of weeks. It's when I had my appendix out, or it ruptured. And they would fucking wake me up. What's that? Oh, it's a sleeping pill. I didn't need a fucking sleeping pill. I was already asleep. And I would get pissed off about it. Well, there's no need to get irate. I said, why the hell? And I'm 18. Why the hell would you wake somebody up to give them a sleeping pill? It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, I know it now as an older adult, but at that time I didn't. Bill said it's cha-ching. Just charge you more money. Do you know how much they charge for a Tylenol in the hospital here? $75 for a single over-the-counter Tylenol. Yes.
What?
Yes. Look at your itemized bill. $75 for a Tylenol.
Oh my God.
And then people wonder why I don't want to be in the hospital.
Wow.
Because as soon as I go in, I was like, how soon can I be released? Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, how's it going today?
Hey, Chris.
That argumentative child of yours, Joe.
I know. What
I'm pretty sure you can buy a box. You can buy a box, like a whole case of Tylenol, $75.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't believe their dockets must be full in Tennessee. They've got this murder trial on live today. So they are in court today on a Saturday. That's highly unusual. Oh, my goodness. They'll make stroganoff better.
That sounds good too.
That's one of Anthony's favorites.
Yeah. I was telling John that the boys are having pizza and I'm getting chicken Alfredo.
He's still asleep. Like, of course, it's raining again, and we're supposed to get a significant wet snow on Tuesday. Is what they said. Not quite sure what it means. I think they're more concerned with the ice over with all this rain. John Chris says, all good, thanks. How are you? Not seen you in a while.
What do you mean? I was on Wednesday. I was here on Wednesday. Where were you? Yeah, I know. My schedule is a little stupid right now.
Nisi had a live, her first live since she's back.
Yeah, I seen that.
Chat today. Yeah, I made it for I think 10 minutes before she ended it. She's doing better.
Oh, she was only on for 10 minutes.
No, she was on for an hour. I was only in there for 10 minutes before it ended. But she said she really needed that break. And I said, hey, if that's what you need, that's what you should do. Sometimes you need a break.
I need a break.
I now have 3 bookcases. Well, actually 4 bookcases of miniature books. They kind of keep. But I can see where I've run out of space rather quickly. I think it's almost time for a new lighter.
I'm guessing you have others.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah. When I go over to Iowa, I always get like 3 or 4 lighters, the push button ones, because I like those better.
And see, I like Bics. Every time I get a lighter that's not a Bic, it never lasts.
Oh, these last forever.
Uh,
Well, anyway, I put them. I have this little drawer thing that I have on my footstool that holds, just odds and ends, my checkbook, things like that. And I just stick them in there. So, whenever need one, there you go.
Hi, Carmen. Yep, I have a bathroom lighter, a kitchen lighter, a living room lighter, a craft room lighter, and 2 car lighters.
Oh, no.
Because I hate being in the car and being stuck. And it's like, damn it, my lighter died. Or you run into those people that don't have one. It's like, here, I got another one. Have this one. Because I have yet to figure out if it's worse having a lighter and not a cigarette, or having a cigarette and not having a lighter.
Having a cigarette, not having a lighter. I guess. I don't know.
Think
I know
about
when I
Yep.
go down to Dad's, he's always taking my damn lighters. So when I go down there, I throw about 4 or 5 in my carry-on thing. It's not really a purse. It's kind of a satchel type thing. It's huge. I mean, I put clothes and everything else in it. Like a crossover bag, maybe. I don't know what they call them.
Greg says, hey, John, you're early.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
What time were you supposed to go on today?
I didn't think
Early
he
for
was
what?
going on because he said he might have to work today, so I was waiting for tomorrow.
Chris says you can throw one cigarette out the window, and then you'd be a cigarette
Lighter.
lighter.
That's my kind of joke, Chris. I like that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that's so bad.
I appreciated it. Don't listen to them, Chris.
It's definitely an Annie joke.
When Andrew and Morgan was together in their kitchen, you know how you always have that one deep drawer that you put your utensils in? It was full level to the top of that drawer with lighters, because my son is a lighter thief. Every time he goes somewhere, he comes home with a pocket full of lighters, and he's like, oh crap, and he'll just throw them in the drawer and forget about them. He gets that from his Uncle David. My brother was the same way. And I was constantly yelling at him for it. I was like, stop. And it got to the point where I would literally take fingernail polish and paint the bottom part of my lighter. So I was like, nope, that one's mine. Give it here. Yep, I'm not kidding.
No, Dad will he'll always say, well, this is my lighter. This is my lighter. But right on the lighter, it says the smoke shop where I go, Smoking Joe's, and it's over in Iowa. Dad doesn't go to Iowa. He doesn't leave town.
Well, I mean, being as it's so
Yeah.
hard to buy matches here anymore because of all the meth, so they pretty much took matches out of places. You can get them once in a great while. You can find matches, but you don't have any alternative if you don't have a lighter except the toaster, and then that tears your toaster up.
Well,
I mean, in the wintertime, you can throw stick a twig in the wood burner and light it and light your cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
if you have a gas stove, that'll work.
I have an electric stove.
I know over at Dad's, mine's electric here, but they have a gas stove, and I couldn't, Dad kept taking my lighters, and and they don't like smoking in the house, and nobody could find a lighter, and Dad's like, well, I don't have one. So I told Megan, I was like, I'm just lighting the smoke real quick and running right back outside. She's like, all right. Because when she was on her way to the store anyway, and she picked up, a package of like 12 lighters or something, had a whole bunch of them. And she gave, so all of us got one, and I was like, give me the purple one, because I like purple, and then if Dad uses purple one, then he know that's mine.
Or a pink one.
I'll use pink lighters, but yeah.
If it'll light a cigarette, I'll use it. I don't give a shit what color it is.
Yeah, I just pink's just not my favorite, It's like with green, I've got green blankets and stuff like that, but I give him the Zach, but whatever.
Greg, if you have the electric stoves with the exposed burners, you can do that. But I have a glass top stove, and I have tried it. You cannot do it.
Oh, I don't have a glass top one.
I love my glass top stove because I hated cleaning around burners. But
Yeah.
Scrub the top of it really good, a couple times a day, depending on what I'm cooking.
Haven't tried the new glass top stoves. Quit smoking 40 years ago. Good for you.
Good for you. Proud of you for having stuck to it. I wish I could do the same, but it's never going to happen. At this point in my life, giving up cigarettes would be like giving up yarn. It ain't going to happen. Although if I quit smoking, I'd have a lot more money for yarn. Hush.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. I mean, God, I'd have tons of money for yarn. I know how much I spend on cigarettes.
Here in a little bit, I'll show some yarn that I got, but you guys already saw the stuff I got from Mary, right?
No.
Can I show
No,
that?
No, we never saw it at all.
Okay, I'll show that too.
And I
But
do.
I gotta put pants on, and I'm gonna eat first whenever the food comes, and then I'll do that.
If I kind of like drift away in the next couple of months, I really need to be there for my sister right now.
Yeah.
So if it feels like I'm neglecting you all, it's not on purpose, but I really need to be there for her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be there for me.
We get it. No, I don't know. I'm in my hoodie and that's pretty much it. I feel my night stuff that I slept in,
That's what my sister was talking about earlier, and she goes, "It's cold. I have to go put on clothes." And I said, "I thought the same thing about 10 minutes ago. Went and got dressed."
Oh, I got a blanket around me, and it covers my legs, so I'm good for right now.
Well, I came in here and immediately opened the window and turned the fan on, blowing out.
This hoodie.
I don't smoke in here with the window closed because I don't want my yarn stinking.
Yeah, this hoodie I have is one that I wore when I was a lot bigger. So it comes down to like my knees. So I'm covered, but if I'm gonna show yarn and possibly go out, show my face or whatever, I want to at least have some pants on or shorts. Something.
We were in the car waiting on Andrew yesterday, and she said, "Grams, can I come up in the front seat?" She got up there and she said, "Can I have the duster? The car is dirty." Hi, JJ. And I was like, I gave her the duster. I said, "Have at it, kid." Just something because we had to wait for like 15 minutes. So she's dusting the car. And she said, "Can we have on the radio?" And I turned the radio on. She goes, "No, not that channel." So she got this song, and she going to be like her Grams, Boogie Down. The more she's dancing, the harder she was dusting that car, and she was getting in the nooks and crannies. And I said, "Are you having fun?" And she just turned around, completely straight-faced, and she goes, "You look much better with eyebrows."
Hi, JJ. Hi, Herb.
Hi, Herb.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Dude. I was like, "I have eyebrows. Look closer." And she looked and she goes, "They're the wrong color."
Yeah. How you feeling, Herb? Any better when I last talked to you?
They're the wrong color.
My eyebrows are blonde. They're like clear. You can't. Here, I'll show you. You cannot see my eyebrows. They're clear.
No, they're blonde. You can sort of see the hair around them.
Okay, hang on. I get really close. You might be able to see it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she says my eyebrows
are. Herb's being a smart ass. Hi, Connie.
I have not fixed my hair today. Hey, Connie.
So, how are you really, Herb? And if you'd rather not say here, you can send me a message on Facebook.
Yes, because whether you believe it or not, Herb, we care.
Yeah, we do. And how are you feeling, Connie?
Hi, Connie.
Did you ever get that Orajel when you went shopping? 'Cause that stuff really does help. I have some in the bathroom. Um, I got Zach one time when he had a toothache. Have you tried it yet? Let's say I smoke today. What?
Let's say he awoke today.
Woke today, or he smoked today, or oh, he woke.
You woke today. So,
Okay.
Told you.
Okay. Well, that's a
Told you.
good thing.
yes, always a good thing. If you wake up.
That's a good thing, and it'll take some time. You'll get there. I've never had that issue, but you'll get there.
Well, you never had a
Okay.
problem waking up. I got a problem
No,
waking up.
what his medical problem is right now. And yeah. I woke up. That's good. And Connie says, "Yes, I did, and it works. It's wonderful. And
Yeah.
it really helps."
My son, when I
Ooh.
picked him up yesterday, he got in the car and the entire right side of his face is swollen. And I looked at him and I said, "You haven't gone to the dentist yet." He goes, "I need Orajel." I said, "You want to stop and get some?" He said, "No, my neighbors went to the store today and she was going to grab me a tube."
Yeah.
He broke one of
Herb,
his teeth.
Herb says, "I want coffee now." I bet. Can you not just have a small cup?
No. What
I
about
mean,
yeah, you get the flavor, but it doesn't taste the same as full lead.
yeah, that's what I was wondering if it's a caffeine, caffeine free. I don't know why you can't. I'm guessing. I don't know because you can have tea.
Well, even decaffeinated coffee, he can have black tea.
I don't know. He was drinking tea the other day when I talked to him, so I don't know.
Well, if it's the black tea, it's not the caffeine, it's the oil in the coffee. Coffee is very oily.
Oh,
And if
okay.
you have, when I was my reflux was really bad and I had to go off. I could only drink coffee with cream in it or creamer. I hate
That makes
my
sense.
coffee, but if I wanted the coffee, that's the only way I could have it because it it coagulates the oil.
Uh-huh.
It turns it into a solid in your stomach, so it passes through and it
Okay.
doesn't
Well, that
mess
makes sense now because if people get constipation, they say drink coffee. Now, if it's got oil in it, that makes sense.
Well, it's
Burn.
also a diuretic, and anytime you take a diuretic, you're going to go both ways.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But yeah, I'm kind of a bear when I'm in a hospital and they won't let me have it. They're like, I was like, "Is it real coffee or decaffeinated?" They said decaffeinated. I said, "Bring me tea."
Yeah, whenever I was in the hospital for that 2 weeks when I had to have emergency surgery, I didn't like any of their stuff. They would bring this nasty orange juice crap, I didn't like it. And I didn't like any of that stuff. They bring me coffee. I don't drink coffee. Then they bring hot tea. I don't drink hot tea. So the boys were coming up that day, and I was like, stop by Walmart and get a couple jugs of my tea. That's something I would drink.
In the window, keep cool in the wintertime. Summertime, it's better if you put it in the floor in the corner.
So they brought that, and they brought my popsicles because they didn't have any damn popsicles at the hospital. Like, you have a freezer? Well, yeah. Is there anything in it? No.
They always have popsicles on a pediatric unit.
I was on surgical.
Well, just tell them to go down to pediatric and get you a damn popsicle.
So it's like, if I brought some, is there room in your freezer here on this floor for it? Oh yeah, okay. So then I had the boys bring me popsicles.
We
Yeah,
always
but then you
did
got
that.
to put your name on it,
Make
and
like
people can go
snacks
steal
Yeah,
them.
yeah, they did.
for him.
They did, and they brought like 2 bags or whatever, a whole bunch of them. So whenever I got released, I just told them to let others use them, because I had an hour drive home. By then they would be, melted.
So your
Dad
hospital
was
rooms,
mad because they keep bringing him fruit cocktail, and while he liked all the fruit in the fruit cocktail, he just would not eat it if it was all mixed together. So we would take him in
Yeah.
like those Del Monte, the little cups of it, and they keep it
Hmm.
in the fridge for him for when he was wanting fruit.
Yeah. What were you saying, John?
some of the hospitals up here, each room has its own little fridge in each room.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. That
Ron,
would be.
Ron is
Oh, that's
making
right.
hot
Free
peppermint tea
healthcare,
for the first time this week. Yay, Connie.
universal healthcare. It's
Yeah, I want a fridge in my hospital room now. I wonder
Now,
if they'll
when
let you bring a
mom
mini fridge in with you. They'll let you
when
bring a
mom
mini
was in the nursing home, she was in the rehab wing. She had her own fridge in there.
You know what made me mad about the nursing home Dad was in? We took in his flat screen TV because the one they had, he couldn't hardly see because of his cataracts. He couldn't see it, so we brought in his flat screen. We put it up so he could watch it. And when he passed away, they tried to tell us that was their TV. I said, no, it's not. Oh, yes, ma'am, that was already in here. I said, turn the TV around and look on the back because I put a big sticker on there with his name, his address, and his telephone number on it.
well, technically, all the hospital equipment should have like little UPC or little codes on them and everything for their inventory stuff.
And I was just, yes, that too. Ooh, that actually sounds good, Greg. Hot
Sound
chocolate,
like
peppermint. I don't really care for schnapps, and I don't like peppermint, but I like
yeah, I don't either.
peppermint in it.
Hot chocolate and with some caramel sounds good.
No, I don't like caramel. It's too sweet.
Vanilla. Like
Oh,
French
I
vanilla.
always put vanilla in my hot chocolate.
I've got all kinds of I've got all kinds of creamers and stuff like that here for my hot chocolate. I need to make.
TW Cocoa Puff has come in and said hello to everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Taffy, how's it going?
I know.
That's
Who's that?
Taffy.
It's Taffy. It's
Oh,
Ladybug. Yeah.
Taffy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't think I know Cocoa Puff.
I get ready to say I don't think I've ever seen that before.
She screwed me up. She screwed me up one day when she did that. She came in her other account. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I'm glad that that's working for you, Connie. That'll help you a little bit. She said, I did that on purpose, John.
See, I know. I'm not stupid. I know. I remember things.
I don't have another account. Maybe I should make one and come in. Just for shits and giggles.
Really?
No. Zach's been here a couple times. He popped in. Because I'll tell him we're live and he'll pop in, but he won't say anything. He'll be sitting in the other room laughing. I was like, what are you laughing at? And he'll come through, but he won't speak. He uses sign language a lot. He's like, I'm watching your live. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he signs a lot when he walks through because he doesn't want to be heard, I guess, sometimes. It depends on his mood. Because sometimes he'll talk to people in here when we're live or backstage or whatever, but other times he just wants quiet for himself, I guess.
No, Taffy, don't enable her.
I should.
whatever.
It wouldn't take long for him to figure out who I was. Like 20 seconds. So what's everybody working on today? Now there's actually now
Right.
we asked people that earlier, but there was like nobody here yet.
Everybody was here. They were still lurking though.
I think today I'm going to knit on my hat, probably crochet on one of the blankets, and read a book.
I'm gonna work on the blanket. I just added more yarn. I took a break for a couple days just to give my hands a break. So, trying to get back to it, and I think once I finish this, I just added another roll of that tweed. Roll with it, tweed. So I think when I finish that roll, I might be done with it, or it'll be really close. Just depends.
Hey, Carmen, guess what I figured out? That the gray chenille, the cone you that I won, or you got me? I don't. No, I won it. It is the same thickness as the Loops and Threads Petite Pearl, so I could totally mix those together to make something.
Oh yeah, Carmen has to leave. They have to go cover the car for the snowstorms. We'll see you later.
Good luck, Carmen.
And
Hey,
Dan,
No rush.
That is Mike, right?
yeah, Mike.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey,
And
Mike,
Chris
how's it
is
going, man?
working on a tree slice coffee table. Just started cracking.
Oh,
Connie
you
is sewing granny.
fill it full of resin.
And Connie is working on sewing her granny squares together. Happy to ask him what you're working on, John. Hello,
I'm working on
Robin.
Janice's sign, the winner from January's mystery wheel bingo.
Did we get an address yet? I know she said sent it to Jess, but Jess hasn't sent it to me.
Well,
No,
she said
me
she sent
either.
it, to Jeff, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay.
And Greg says he's working on a chain gang.
Chain.
Everybody saying hi to Mike and Robin.
Yeah, Chris, I can see that. How long is not finished drying yet? Because I know the wood has to dry out for the cracks to stop.
And Taffy says I'm in an event today doing a fun farm house craft.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And Chris says I have to wait for it to stop moving first, Annie.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Resting his hands might make a spinning top later.
Robin is dyeing her hair.
Yeah, and we're all caught up now.
Robin, don't forget to change your shirt too.
That makes me. I ruined a shirt doing it. I have totally done that.
I just use an
No,
old
it's just one of
towel.
those long.
I just wrap an old
It's just one of those
towel
ongoing
around
jokes.
it.
Because Robin changed her shirt like every freaking 5 times.
Yeah.
Just screw the hairstylist.
Usually when I dye my hair, if I do, it's been ages since I dyed my hair, but I would do it after Zach was in bed and just put a towel across my shoulders, and I don't even wear a top.
This last time was the last time I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5% should be moisture.
Robin's in her 90. And Mike says no tiding today, Robin. And Chris says moisture level is 5%, so it should be dry enough not to move. It's all but finished too. Robin says I'm going to after. She's going blonde.
You are blonde.
Yeah.
Taffy, we talking about? I go to a stylist.
Connie says her hair grows too fast, so she doesn't dye her hair anymore. And Tabby says, not like a man's clipper cut, John. And
I don't get a clipper.
JJ says, you're not a natural blonde. Robin says, golden blonde. She says she's a brunette.
Any other color would be AI. Yeah.
Chris,
Oh,
golden.
Chris,
We
that's
thought you were
bad.
a typical. We thought you were a typical blonde.
Oh, that's so bad. Where's my drill? Oh, give me a second. There. Miss you, Robin.
And Chappie said, chilly in your neck of the woods. And Mike says, extra blonde.
Oh,
Well, if you want to know your temperatures, just type in sawdust into the chat there, and your sawdust and your city or your zip code or your postal code.
I was blonde for a couple of years, but it's too hard to keep up when you have dark hair.
yep. I did not look good as blonde.
No, me either. You know, if I color my hair now, I just put like some reddish highlights in it, golden.
My skin's too pale to pull off being blonde.
Yeah. Grand Prairie conditions. -2 Fahrenheit, -19 Celsius. Winds blowing from the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 76%. Weather for next forward. Cloudy, temperature 39 Fahrenheit. Wind at 5 miles an hour from the northeast. 90% humidity. Weather for Cleburne. Sunny with temperature of 83 degrees. 28 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 15 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 51%. And Connie says I was natural blonde until I got into my 20s. And Taffy says I did that wrong. Weather for Larned is sunny and wind with temperature of 36 Fahrenheit, 2 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the north-northwest at 21 miles per hour, and humidity is 43%.
You know, Taffy, I never realized you were actually in Prince George. I think I knew that before though, but I forgot.
One, two, four.
Greg says, what do you call a blonde behind a steering wheel?
Lost.
Driver side
Lost.
airbag. Driver side airbag.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Hi, the
Prince
other
George,
Connie.
yeah. Because I know Prince George is only
Hey, Connie B.
5-hour drive, 5 and 8 6-hour drive. It says. It's that freaking drive through Mackenzie's the worst though.
How you doing, Connie B?
Connie, how's it going? So, Mike, I don't know if you've been following, but since you chose Liz to get your prize, he's very happy with it. This is what she decided to go with.
I like it.
Me too.
Let's work on Janice's side now.
Like, it's super cool.
Thanks.
Connie says you're doing well. Awesome.
Super zoomed in. I don't know why.
Herb says she'll be right back. It's drug time.
I'm all unreal.
You know, I do some good things once in a while, but it's going to be Janice's.
Greg's saying recreational drugs, Herb, and Heavy has to leave. She'll be around more now that she's feeling better. And Herb said, I wish, Greg.
All right, Tammy, take care. See you later.
Bye, Taffy.
And Greg says, yeah, I just have those boring old prescription ones too.
That beef smells quite yummy.
So, what's everybody in the chat working on today? I think we already asked that. You didn't answer really. Yeah. Greg, what are you doing today?
Yeah, a few of them answered.
Yes.
Is there?
Herb says more patterns, I hope.
Getting ready to go
Greg,
on the tonight. You're getting ready right now to go out tonight, Greg? Come on. You should know better than that.
JJ is waiting for the snow to stop so he can clean his driveway.
Yeah, I gave up on that. I'm just gonna wait till spring.
The sun's going to melt it.
Yeah. Well, till it hits again. Hello there, Cash. How you doing? What's up? Have you been a good boy this morning? Okay. Good chat. Thanks for coming in.
Greg says you gotta have a nap, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
The only reason you weren't near me is because I got black pants on.
And Greg says he cleared his driveway yesterday.
Well, yes, Greg. Naps are very important. What time are we at? 2:00.
So Connie, how's Ron feeling today?
With his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Hardy, hard.
A little better. Greg's going to the Legion tonight to see everybody play with his band. Cool.
Sounds like a fun evening.
Is it a one-man band? Oh, don't forget to wear your hat, Greg.
Herb said he's been sleeping too much.
Yeah, you can do that too. Sleeping too much gives me a splitting headache.
I slept for a little bit because when John messaged this morning, I was still up.
Yeah, I was surprised actually. Well, I wasn't surprised. What was that? 4 o'clock this morning?
Yeah,
5 o'clock.
I was still up. I was sitting there watching videos and stuff. I was like, damn, what time is it? He's up already?
I didn't want to post too early, right?
No, I just didn't realize what time it was. I was like, damn, I didn't update it later than I usually do. And I try to get some sleep. Five.
I'll be right back. I didn't tell Bill something while I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Greg says 4 piece and no, that costs too much.
Of course it does. Where did my ruler just go?
Don't know.
I haven't done anything today because it was too cold, so I didn't have a heater on. Oh man, see, I know, like sometimes I'll be in the hangout or whatever, and it'll be like I'll have a problem hearing, so I turn my furnace off, and I'll forget to turn it on. I'll come back tomorrow, and it's so freaking cold in my shop. I got to turn it on and let it warm up before I can actually come back into my shop. It's the worst. Joanne's Fabrics, $5 or less. Final day. Love low prices, 75% off. Cotton for $8 for sewing.
Man, trying to get me to buy yarn today, sending me Joann's and Herstner's.
Oh, was that me? Sorry. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Enabler. I didn't buy anything.
But you went to Joanne's and looked though, didn't you?
I looked to see what their big twist cost, and that'll tell me if I'm interested in looking any further. And it was $2.79. I was like, yeah.
Unfortunately, Joanne is no longer shipping outside the U.S. We hate to lose your business, but hope you'll still look to Joanne.com for patterns of product inspiration. I can't even search for stuff. That's how bad is that?
Oh wow.
Big twist value. $2. 380 yards.
It was $2.79 here.
279 for 269 yards. Hey, that big twist looks. That big twist there looks just like the stuff I got from Temu. This one right here. This yarn.
Yeah. It does.
I know. It looks the exact same. Didn't cost me no $250. No, I think it was $8 for all three, maybe. Well, see, this value ombre looks like the red heart.
Yeah, I like big twist.
Well, this big twist looks like my red heart super saver ombre I have.
Uh-huh.
Same color. Well, Joe, stop. I'm cutting. Make me look at yarn.
Well, get busy. What the hell?
I'm the enabler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mic says fabric seems cheapest in those online D-stash auctions. I've never gone to those. And Greg says, focus, John.
I'm trying to, Greg. You know how it goes, so. Squirrel.
Ha! I just said that in real life. There's a squirrel on my porch. That's funny. Nobody. I have got one message all day until now. Of course. I am having squirrel brain today.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was working on my hat, but now I want to work on my blanket. I don't know which blanket I want to work on. So I might start another hat.
Oh my God.
That's me.
Well, I mean, that's a knitted hat. I could technically start a crochet hat. It's a completely different hat.
Or you could just grab a blanket and start working on it.
That too. Especially since one's in front of me, one's beside of me.
Yeah.
Hey, so just out of curiosity, would it make sense to buy a knitting machine?
A what?
Knitting machine. Like one of the you don't talk you know what I'm talking about though, right?
I like my knitting machine. Are you talking about like one of the Centros, or are you talking about like a flat knitting machine?
No, like Centro. I know they're on sale at Michael's right now.
I like them. It is a quick way to make hats if you're wanting to make a bunch of hats.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The flat panels, you can make a shawl really fast. The only drawback that I'm finding, well, I honestly think it was this particular skein of yarn that it didn't like because, like I said, even crocheting with it, it's super splitty. You cannot use splitty yarns on a yarn machine. It won't work. But I have more luck with a number 3 thread or below than I do with 4 weights. I have put 4 weights through there that did just fine, but it has to have a really nice tight twist. So, depending on the type of yarn that you have at hand, yes, it makes sense. I mean, it makes for a quick project and it rests your hands, the muscles in your hands that you use when you crochet. And you could also say, hey, look, I knitted something.
Chris is asking how Charles and Cliff are. He hasn't seen them.
Nobody's seen them, Chris, or I haven't. I haven't even seen them post on Facebook lately.
I haven't seen them either.
I messaged Cliff the other day. He's still working on his bracelets and stuff, but they haven't been doing lives. Charles was having his health issues. Cliff was sick for a bit too. But I don't know if they're ever going to come back on or not. Okay, so I can get so the knitting machine is on. Well, there's a 40% off right now, so it's regular $130 on sale for $78. It's hooks and loops. Looks just like the Centro one, right?
My sister, that's the one that I got my sister from Jeanette, and she loves it. It's a hooks and loop. And she absolutely loves that thing.
Yeah, it looks like that right there.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to make
How much did you get yours for?
I'm also going to be doing it, but you need a sturdy table and some screws and some washers.
Oh, yeah, I got lots of those.
and just make a dedicated table to use it with. Because
It's not.
I had the suction cups is on my Centro. It still slides all over the table. So to me, I'm gonna because it's already got the holes there. I'm gonna just put some washer, like a rubber washer, and a screw through it, and just put it on a dedicated table.
Electric knitting machine. How much does electric one cost?
That's
And Addie's
the only drawback.
$60.
For how?
What?
Oh, for a flat one.
For an electric Addie.
I don't think the people that I've talked to with the electric ones, because you can get the drill thing in it and put on
The drill adapter.
Centros. You can get them off Amazon for cheap. Which I have one. I just haven't changed this one over because I need to get me an electric screwdriver. Which, I could have got one. I just didn't think.
Get them on Temu.
But they said that the electric ones tend to stretch your yarn. I don't know how true that is. Damn it, I missed it again. Don't make me just. Okay.
Connie says to cut a hole in the table so the yarn can go through.
That too. Okay. That was the weirdest damn thing in the world. That's what that was. Judge says, don't make me like just, and then everybody stood up and they left. Yeah, but the hole that goes through it, it's going to have to be really super smooth. So, lots of sanding and a good piece of wood. But, that's no biggie. I have a sander. I have wood. I actually have legs off an old table. Yeah, I know. But, you keep the shit you might be able to use someday. I have kept the casters off of every single computer chair that I've ever owned.
Why?
You never know when you're going to need them for something. I put them on the bottom of the cabinet so that I can roll my cabinets around. Going to make a platform. You could use them to put wheels on the platform for like plant stands for really big plants. Chris, I'm not quite sure how to take that, but I'm going to take that with.
What?
Oh my!
Very rare find to find a super smooth hole. And Greg says, "What does a horny frog say? Rub it, rub it."
That was bad.
It's like if you get rid of a skillet and you keep the lid because it'll fit on another pot. Yes. But, you could saw it through, but you're still going to have to sand it down, and it's going to take a lot of sanding to make it super smooth, depending on the type of wood it is.
Why don't you just use a router?
Because I don't have I have a jigsaw.
Get a router with a circle. Okay, use a jigsaw with a circle. Use a jigsaw with
or just make one table.
and use a circle jig for your jigsaw.
I can use. Well, I mean, we have a jigsaw.
Yeah, to put a circle jig on it. You know what a circle jig is? I'll show you
Yes.
really simple.
I do something like a
Okay,
pool noodle to go across it.
pretend this is your jigsaw. This is your jigsaw, okay? Your jigsaw going up and down, right? Take a stick and attach it to it, and then screw it down in the center with a loose screw, and then you make a perfect circle at the distance
Yeah.
you're thing with.
Just like you do with when you're cutting material, and you can use a ruler the same way. And I've often wondered if that's why there's always a hole in the end of a ruler.
No, it's
So they,
hanging up on the wall.
huh?
Hanging on the wall.
Not school rulers don't get hung on the wall.
But your mark is not at 0. So you have to account for that.
Makes a perfect circle every time I do it.
Yeah,
That
the mark's
is
not a-
new. Look, it's completely even in there.
Yeah, the circle is round, yes, but the thing is, you can't use it as a circle jig because it's not at an even measurement. It's at like 5/16. So you're gonna have to add 5/16 to your measurement in order to get a perfect circle.
Okay. So as long as you account for it. I've just been learning about all that stuff. Because I have a man who is brilliant at math. And thank God
It's
one
like
of us. I suck at
speed.
I've never got math. It's very hard for me to grasp the concepts of math.
It's like a combination square, right? These are wood
So-
show. We can talk about wood stuff, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know
Combo-
what those are. Yeah. I always called them a
Combination
level
square?
square.
Well, it's a combination square because it's got a 90 and a 45 on it.
Yeah. I always
Okay.
I just called them level squares.
Did you know that in the end of each one is a marking tool?
Okay. No, that I did not know.
Yes. See, marking tool right there.
I always thought that was just to make it pretty.
No, it's a marking tool. So that when you get on your edge, you score it, and you score it this way. And some of them have little notches in the end, like the ruler has a notch in it, has a notch in the end, so you can actually put it against your wood as long as your wood is straight. Put it in the end and go down with it, and it'll make your
It'll just
line
drag
straight.
it. That's a good idea too. Oh my goodness, that smells good. I was also thinking that you could use don't laugh at me because I don't know what it's called, but like if you're going around the edge of the table and it's like a plastic strip you can put on it and you hit with a heat gun or an iron type thing that adheres it to the wood and kind of like melts it over. I don't know what that shit's
Banding.
called.
Edge
Banding,
banding.
is that what it's called?
Edge
that-
banding.
The hole as well to make it smooth.
Yeah.
Because I have been giving this some thought for quite some time. Because you have to completely think things through before you do them. That way you do them right. Hello, Mark Lindsay.
Hey, Mark.
Mr. Mark. So Annie, how much thought have you put into your smooth hole?
Well,
Yeah,
I've got 6 different grips of sandpaper. You start with the roughest, then you go to the smoothest. But it'll take a lot of. Although, because I was thinking square, because a table square, but if you made it a circle, just a little bit smaller than the inside circumference of where the legs would sit. That way, if it was getting bulky, like if you was doing like a panel, because the panel is not going to. If you're doing the round one, if you're going around, it's going to stay cylindrical. But if you're doing a panel, it's going to twist more. So if it was round, it would probably work better than a square hole. So I really actually have been thinking about this, the best way to go about it. And then I'll figure it out. And then I'll say, hey, Bill, this is what we need to do. Oh, and that's just because I'm not allowed to touch power tools.
Oh, so you don't have a jigsaw. Bill has a jigsaw.
No, we have. I bought it for me. He bought me the sander for our anniversary one year because I wanted a palm sander. Because I used to refinish furniture. Like we did last summer. Oh, let's twist again. Like we did last year. Yeah, I know that song, Mark. Probably because I'm old. And thank you, because now that song's going to be stuck in my head all day.
Yeah, I got like way too many sanders.
What was that?
I got way too many sanders.
We have a palm sander, which is round. And then we have what my dad used to call a flat belt sander, but it's handheld.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's
It's
what
belt
they're called.
sander.
That's what he called it. So that's what I call it.
It's the belt sander, yeah.
And sandpaper.
I got a belt sander. I got a palm sander. I got a half sheet sander. I got 2 random orbital sanders for my air. Oh, I had an electric one and an air one. Then I got my 12-inch disc sander. I got a 21-inch belt sander. I got my 1-inch belt sander. But my die grinder is the best. My air powered die grinder is the best sander ever. Oh, and I also got sanding things for my drill press too. Oh, and I also got a spindle sander too.
I just recently saw one of those and I thought it was so cool. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Now, if you're going to get a spindle sander, the best one to get would be a spindle / belt sander. It actually has 2 spindles on it. It's got 2 spindles on it, one at each end, so you can actually put a belt between the 2 of them, or just take your belt off and you got a single spindle sander. It's an oscillating spindle sander, and the one I have comes with 4 different size spindles, and the table can be 90 up to 45 degrees, I believe. So you can actually adjust it, and there's different table inserts for it, for when you adjust it on an angle, because the holes are slotted. Here, I'll show you one of my inserts. But my inserts are different sizes too, because of the different size spindles. So there's my spindles, and there's a so quarter, half, 3/4, inch and a half. I think I got and there's a 2-inch one over there as well that's mounted onto it right now. And then your inserts for this is for a flat 90-degree one. So your insert will go into it like this, right? And it's oscillating, so it goes up and down and rotates at the same time. But if you tilt your table on an angle, then this insert allows for the angle, right? Angle.
Yep. Got it.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
How did you know that?
Because I know exactly what you're thinking about because I was doing this.
No, that is not what I was thinking about when you were doing that. Never mind.
You need the bigger hole for the different angle.
I need to
Right.
read more smut. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. So inserts, 90-degree angled inserts, different sizes, and different size spindles.
Only if
But
you
like-
have a dirty mind, Greg.
But like I said, if you get a spindle / belt sander, and I think Rigid sells a good one, then that would be your better buy because you get a belt sander and a spindle sander for doing insert like inside detail work and bigger work.
Yeah, but how much room does that table take up?
Mine is 18 by 18.
Really?
18.
That's all?
18 by 18 square, and it's probably 2 feet tall.
Oh, wow. Because
Yeah,
that
so I
would
can-
be cool.
So I can stand at it.
I was thinking it would be bigger.
No, but you can do you can get you can get smaller ones that fit on your tabletop, like the tabletop ones.
That's what I would need because I ain't got that much room. Unless I push this wall out and go all the way to the end of the porch with this room. And then I could cut it in half and make one woodworking, one netting. Wonder how much that would cost. Damn, now I'm going to have to renovate.
Jid.
Mike says you don't have a bow sander and a pipe sander. I'm shocked.
I do have a. Well, I made my own bow sander, and I don't have a pipe sander because I don't do a lot of metal work. What was I just calling that? A rigid spindle sander.
I got blow.
There you go, one of those ones. So this is a band / spindle sander. So you can take the band off of it because it's a sand belt, a belt sander, right? If you take
Yeah.
the belt off, your oscillator goes into this side right here and goes spins up and down, and there's your different sizes right there. And it's not that big. It's a tabletop version, right?
Except for I'd have to make a shorter table because, I'm short.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. Gotta check on dinner.
And depending on what brand you want. Oh my god, I'm talking about wood stuff on my wood show. You guys believe that? When's the last time that ever happened? Mr. Mark, what have you been up to, buddy? Since you locked your way else. I got 3 random orders: a disc belt sander, another belt sander, an oscillating spindle sander. Yeah, but you also got your fancy CNC table. Well, okay, here's one for you. Have you ever thought, like, can you put a sanding disc on your CNC? I've always been curious about that because you don't really see people do that. Like, well, I guess because your bits would pretty much make them smooth finishes anyway. So I guess you really wouldn't need it. But I was just curious though. After buying Linda a new car, I've been rebuilding our kitchen pantry. Ah, so you got a are you making special compartments just for your Maltesers and your coffee crisp bars? Why'd you crash your car into the pantry, Mark? The sandpaper doesn't hold up. No, I was actually thinking about those metal, the metal mesh ones. Um, what are they called? Klingspor makes them. Uh, oh, 3M makes them too. There's I've seen these fancy new ones. Speedwalks mesh sanding discs. 3M has these ones too. Extract Cubitron because they're actually made of this new ceramic technology instead of red oxide. But they got this cool airflow thing going through it, and because they make them for random orbital sanders, I just figured it might work the same. I guess you just lower your RPM. No, can't you? Machine turn panels on the CNC with the sanding. Oh, okay. What did I see one time? I saw somebody cut wood on his table saw with a piece of paper. He basically just made a circle, made a circle, attached it to his table saw, and I don't know, I'm guessing he like had it through like a 3 horsepower table saw and just ramped up the RPM on it, and he actually cut a board with a piece of paper. I look at the stupidest videos. But I know I got to do a shop maintenance day in my shop. You know, my router's down. I need new brushes for that. I need a new belt for my air compressor. I need a new capacitor for my belt sander. Everything just went all at once, right? Oh, yeah, see, you've seen it too. Hey, Larry, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, paper cuts can be nasty, especially if you cut a 2x4 with it. I can't remember if it was 2x4, 2x6, or plywood. I can't remember. Yeah, can paper cut wood? Just look up can cut wood with a piece of paper. YouTube the YouTube uh, link comes up, but from John Hayes says can paper cut wood. There's a 2-minute video from I Build It. Or go to ibuildit.ca. There you go. I can't believe you cut wood with a piece of paper. Where's everybody at? Hey, oh, hey, everybody. 11 people watching, 3 people are talking here. Hey, let's get some lurkers out here. Let's throw a lurker video up, see what you guys are all up to. I can find my wood lurker video. I haven't found that one in a while. There you go. Oh, Larry, just run an extension cord. You'll be okay. Let me turn this around. You guys get a better view. See what I'm actually doing. There you go. Nobody told me about that. Hey, Jess, how's it going? Yipsy. Joe's here and Annie's here, but I don't know, they're muted. I don't know what they're doing. They're quiet as hell.
I told you I was going to check on dinner.
No, I know that. I wasn't worried about you. Joe's quiet though. A descriptive treatise on mathematical drawing instruments. Ooh.
I was
Sounds
refilling ice trays, getting a bottle of water, and filling up my thermos of water, and I got dressed.
And coffee. Hi, Jess.
Oh, so your outlet's too far away to run an extension cord? The outlet's too far away. Ah.
Hi, Larry.
Hi
Hello,
there.
Jessica.
Hi, Jess.
And Jesse.
And
Jesse
Jesse.
and Jessica
And Jesse.
and Larry. Yeah.
I got Larry.
Anyone else?
I agree, Mark, but I eventually have to leave the house today, so I figure might as well just get it over with.
I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, I gotta take him to work tonight.
Oh.
You don't have to. You can walk.
Yeah, he might get there sometime tomorrow.
So, how close is the next coworker that lives to you guys?
Just in town, but they're working opposite shifts right now.
Oh,
He generally rides with him if they work the same shift.
yeah. I was gonna say, wouldn't it make more sense to carpool?
Huh?
Wouldn't it make more sense to carpool ish? Or do we
No.
want to carpool?
No, all the other ones live in the other direction. There's him and two other coworkers all live in our town.
Jess has yarn. Yes, Jess, we know you have yarn. We've been waiting since we were waiting for you yesterday to come and show it to us, but you never did.
Yeah, I got tired and went to bed.
Yeah, we've been waiting all morning for you to come and show it to us, but you never did.
So I just gave up and went and cooked. Keep going, John. Although I got to say, that stroganoff is going to be excellent. It smells so good.
That sounds good. Send me some.
Stroganoff is one of Anthony's absolute favorite things to eat. And I will totally send you some. Might be cold when it gets there, though. You'll have to reheat it.
That's okay. I'll do that.
I used to like stroganoff, and then I got married.
Sorry, I'm making up pills I gotta take.
Go ahead and laugh, John, but that is actually what I used to call it because I could never say it right.
What was it?
Really?
I used to call it stroganoff.
Oh. Sorry, I had makeup pills. I haven't taken them yet today. And I'm missing one. I have to go see if I picked it up yesterday or Wednesday, at the drugstore.
Yeah, I have to go get Anthony's. When's he? Oh, today. Well, I guess I can get it tomorrow. Nope, I'll get it Tuesday because Tuesday's the next time I'm going that way. Because they're coming to put the new internet in. What is today?
Saturday.
Okay, I'll get it tomorrow. Because tomorrow says. What, babe? Yeah, I know. John just told me. He's like, it's Saturday. So I can't go get it tomorrow because Monday they're coming to put the new internet in. And Tuesday we've got way too much running to do.
Yeah, I gotta remind Zach to take a shot today.
So, Jess, you just woke up because you were dreaming about all the products you're going to make with all your new yarn? Is that what the problem was?
I've actually done that. Don't joke about that. I have actually in my dreamed about something. Got up the next morning and was like, I've got just the yarn for that.
I do it all the time. I like when I know what job I got going on the go. Like if I know I got a big job, I can't sleep. I got to figure out how I'm going to do all the work for it, right?
Saturday, February the 8th, my sister's birthday. Also, the first day I
started at John.
the first night I worked down there.
Yeah, that's right. It is, isn't it? How many years?
Did the training for 15.
15 years.
But the 8th was the first day I actually trained there with fucking all those people there.
Bill, Quit using the F word. People can hear you.
I said stupid ass.
You know, you use the F word, babe.
I heard the F word, you naughty
See,
naughty
Joe
man.
even heard it.
Damn it, Belle.
Naughty, naughty.
Gotta watch your fucking language on my show.
Yeah, we don't use those fucking words here.
Right
Jeez.
in my butt.
Chip a tooth on that tailbone.
That's your fault.
Mark says, consider yourself lucky. My wife has an entire room full of exactly the wrong yarn.
Of course, Mark.
Oh,
You
I know.
always ever actually always have the right yarn. You have to go by the one.
Exactly. You're like, oh, I don't have that type of yarn. I got to go shopping.
So tell them I'm religious because I got holy socks.
I didn't have to. You just did. They can hear you. That's what I just said. Did you hear what he
my
said?
part.
He
No,
said he's very religious because he has holy socks. Do you want me to fix them?
No, so I'm worried.
My projects aren't unfinished like you know. They're in the process of remaking a touch
Because
cover
you do
for
not, you slide your foot in your shoe and it wears out the heels.
Shut a Coleman table lantern to an Edison light bulb. What? You know what?
That would be cool.
I should actually try and convert this one over, Greg. Oh, a second.
I have seen that done, Greg, and they're so cool looking. I love those Edison bulbs. They're like so cool.
I should
I
try
still
and
need
convert.
somebody to come and help me install my smart bulbs.
Let me put my camera this way. You guys can see this better.
Oh, seasick.
Put your seatbelts on.
I know.
Still too close. Just try and convert this one over.
And that's a Coleman lamp? Yeah, it
Yep.
is. Oh my God.
Oh,
Coleman.
wow.
Taking Alberta.
Earthquake in Alberta. Okay.
The sunshine of the night, Cape Canada.
My-
Dates. So it's got the two numbers on it are 10 and 32. So I don't know what they convert to, but it's NAPTHA model number 159. Use generator R55. And I got it at
Yeah.
Goodwill for $5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're closing our Goodwill here.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the exact same one? Seriously? And I actually, it works. I used the what do they call it? I'm gonna call it a filament. The filaments for my other Coleman lantern that I had, and I filled it up, and it works. I need a globe for it.
Greg says 1932, John.
Oh, so 32 is 1932. There you go. There you go. Look at that. $5 fine at Goodwill. I'm just saying.
And he says
The mantle,
mantle.
yes.
But yeah, they're closed. Well, Willie told me his girlfriend's all pissed off. And I was like, why? And he said they're closing the Goodwill here, and she loves that store.
Yeah.
So she sent him a nasty email.
That really help.
No, but yeah, it's like, I'm surprised. They've been here forever. And it may be that the rent where they were located went too high.
That's possible.
I mean,
But
I
they've been
don't
having
know.
a lot of problems, internal problems with the
Mm,
way it's being run. And the fact that they no longer employ, because that was originally started to employ disabled people.
right.
None of ours have disabled people working there.
Ours doesn't either.
And that's what it was
Okay.
meant to be.
Our Goodwill still has handy capable people working there.
Yeah, I like that. Handy capable.
Handicap. Okay. I'll go with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
The one when it used to
That's-
be,
that's-
I used
that's
to
what-
I like
that's
to
what
go in
they're
and
called.
talk to them.
That's actually what we have to call them. That's their PC name, right? Handy capable.
I just call them people.
Yeah.
Greg said yours uses naphtha and his uses kerosene.
Well, I put naphtha in it because that's what I had. Because the one I have in the camper uses naphtha.
I don't even
It's
know
still
what that is. I know what kerosene is, but I've never heard of the other one.
it still worked though. It's just a fuel.
Do you even still buy naphtha?
Yep, Canadian
Isn't
Tire sells it.
naphtha, isn't that made from pine resin?
I don't
And
know.
Mark says, pro tip, cutting HDPE on the table saw makes
Classic.
chips that look like shredded coconut, but it doesn't
Yeah,
taste like coconut.
no. Oh,
Jay
Mark,
Fish
that's
says, so
hilarious.
keep that in mind, Mark.
Or you could put it all together and make some resin, like coconut macaroons.
No,
Yeah.
it'll melt together.
Okay, white gas. I was thinking naphtha was made with resin, however you want to say the word. I call it
All right.
rosin. I guess it is rosin because it's RO. I know a little bit about wood.
Naphtha is a flammable liquid hydrocarbon mixture that can be made from crude oil, natural gas, coal, tar, peat, shale deposits, and tar sands.
Tar. That's what I'm thinking of. Tar. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of turpentine. Mark
Yes,
says I'm thinking of turpentine.
Camp fuel. Just call it camp fuel.
Which we also cannot buy here anymore.
Really?
You can't buy turpentine here anymore. Nope. And we have looked.
Okay, naphtha is a petroleum product. Okay, I just never heard of it. I don't know all these terms and stuff y'all have been using. I'm just sitting here and just doing my
See,
own
like,
thing.
I'm surprised you can't buy Coleman camp fuel anymore.
No, I don't think you can. It's all you can buy Coleman fuel, but it's yes. Hang on, I'll think of the word.
Propane.
Them in grills.
And they're in canisters, propane.
Propane.
Kerosene.
Yes, it's propane now.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
that.
So I got a three burner Coleman stove and I got two kerosene pumps for it, but I also have the propane converter for it as well. So if I run out of kerosene or naphtha, then I can use propane. And the thing is that it'll I have an adapter cord for it as well, so I can hook a 20-pound tank up to it instead of the little 5-pounders or the little 2-pounder tanks.
Excuse me. We have a couple of the little heaters that take the 2-pound canisters, and that is for the end of the winter when the wood is getting light, and you don't really need that much heat, but you just need something to break the chill, and we'll use them.
See, Mark says, really, we can get naphtha and turpentine at Lowe's and Home Depot here. And Greg says camp fuel is also Ronson Vital Food.
There's a brand I've heard of for years.
Yeah, I just actually do it. Oh, I got Ronson butane.
Mark, where are you? If that's not nosy, it doesn't matter. I am nosy.
Washington State.
Okay. Huh. You used to be able to go to the drugstore and buy little bottles of turpentine, and that's what we'd mix it with petroleum jelly. And you got a cut or something, you slap that on there. It kills the pain immediately, and it helps with healing.
Where did my butane go? Huh.
Okay, Mark says, if you want to keep warm and you're down on the farm, propane. It's so high. It's so high, propane.
That's cocaine. Say cocaine and
Yeah,
say
I get it. Mark says he's in Oregon. And then Greg says no oregano.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
you-
we're
Mike
doing it
says,
anymore, to be quite honest with you.
Mike says turpentine is banned here. They say carcinogenic. I say unprofitable.
Sure.
Yeah, see, I knew
Oh.
a big word. I even know how to pronounce it.
Well, I know that they
See,
are. Go ahead.
we can still buy these too. We can still buy these at
And
James Tire.
neener. Well, I mean, I know why we can't buy those here is because you use the match heads when you're making meth.
And if you can't find those, you can find these ones, the wooden matches.
So that's why you can't buy matches here anymore, because of the meth problem.
Oh, really? You can buy
The meth
matches
heads,
here.
they fucked up everything for everybody.
Oh, we can buy matches here. What?
Well, there for a while, Joe, we were known as the meth capital of the world.
I love you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Now it's heroin.
Mm. I love you.
Well, I think Oregon, Washington. Yeah, well, you're right below Washington, aren't you? Isn't like a 20-minute drive for you or something like that?
I'm not crocheting.
Mark, I have been telling doctors that for years, and they all tell me I'm wrong. But I had a friend, and every single member of his family died. And all of them died from some form of cancer. Now, I'm talking 5 generations of people.
Lay down. You move your butt. There you go. Just lay down. If you're going to be up here, you got to lay down. Yes, you do. Don't you tell me no. Lay down.
Discuss those things, Chris.
Lay down. Because I said so. Get
Why?
in.
Why?
Come here, you little brat. What do you want? Put your claws in. There you go. Good job.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. Said if it's not hereditary, why do they ask us if immediate relatives have had it? Because my grandmother died of it, of colon cancer. My grandfather died of leukemia. My mom had brain cancer. I had uterine cancer. And I had several cousins who also developed uterine cancer and breast cancer. And I do believe it runs in families.
Baby.
Exactly. Why worry about it?
You being good now? Yeah,
I have a sister-in-law that has MS. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Bill has a sister-in-law that has MS.
Yeah.
Although I question it for this simple reason. Well, it never seems to bother her unless there's work to be done. It seems to be the only time she has any symptoms is when somebody needs her to do something. If it's a trip or free food or a free meal or whatever, she never has any problems. Never fails.
Mark knows what's running my family.
I'm sorry. It's just like, okay. Well, if you have MS, doesn't it bother you all the time?
No, some people have good days and bad days, right?
Yeah.
But her bad days only happen when there's work to be done?
Yeah, that's a little, yeah. She's using that.
Uh-huh.
That's just because they happen fall on even days of the year, a month.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You went up?
I'm not knocking it, and I have other friends who have it, and I know how debilitating it is. But with her, I question it because it only seems, like I said, it only seems to flare up when there's work to be done.
Why? Go tell the boys they want you.
I very well have it, but I don't know. I just question people like that. But then, that's just the kind of person I are.
Go tell the boys they want you. They do. Go tell Zachary. Yeah, go tell Zach. Go on, go get Zachary.
Oh shit. Hey honey. Jeanette's cousin lost their house in this flood, babe. Lost literally everything. Car.
Which Jeanette?
Neighbor Jeanette.
Right.
Lost their house, car, everything they had in it. Look at that. Isn't that sad?
Wow.
Oh, trailer. And
Yeah, everything's underwater.
Yeah, trailer be fixed, but it had to be completely gutted.
No, they said it couldn't be.
It had to be gutted and completely done.
Look what David's did when it flooded, and it was never the same afterwards, even though they gutted it and rebuilt it from the frame. It was still twisted. Man, we were very lucky and continue to be so. Because that could be us.
It was nice. I don't know about that.
I think that's in Milton.
Yep.
That's what it looks like. Make sure that's not dry.
Please. About 5 minutes.
Okay, it was fine. I'm just waiting for the meat to get a little bit more tender before I mix it. Sorry, y'all.
Greg says houseboat. Oh, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
basically, there were so many people that lost their homes this past week.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's what insurance is for.
Well, it doesn't always help if it was in a place that's flooded before, in which case the insurance will not pay and they cannot get any help any longer from FEMA, because if they rebuilt or live in the same place that flooded before, FEMA won't help them a second time.
They can't afford flood insurance because they're in
Yeah.
floodplain and they've got.
Because that's what happened to my little brother. They called it the 100-year flood and took his trailer out. They helped him. FEMA helped him to get the money to rebuild it. About 5 years later, it flooded again, and they said, "Nope, you built back in the same place. We won't help you again. Like, you should have learned your lesson."
Wow.
So yeah, they're really cutting down on what FEMA's really cutting down on what they'll pay people. But because that's known, when we bought the house, that first thing I asked the owner is it ever flooded here? Because that's what I was trying to get away from out on the creek. And they said no, it had never flooded here. And we weren't here a year the first time it flooded. And the neighbor down the road, he has been living. Neighbor Bill said he'd been here for 80 years, and that was the first time he'd ever seen it flood. It was after we bought the house. So it followed me.
Never have flooded down on Thomas Street. He had his trailer up to high blocks.
Here.
It never flooded in the house. I mean, down there.
I'm talking to here. That's what I was talking to him about.
Like I said,
I miss that old man.
it was inside our mailbox this time. Because it was moving.
He had the most meticulous lawn and garden of anybody I've ever seen. He was out there literally he mowed every other day. Did his wife's flowers. Well, did you see how sad her flowers look since he passed away? First time that's not been doing anything with her. But yeah, but Bill would trim them and shape them and everything, and kept them so pretty. And yeah, he was retired and bored. That's why he spent so much time on his yard. But it was beautiful. Had her little swing with a flower arbor that goes over the top of it, where she could sit outside in the shade. Damn, he spoiled his wife. Neighbor Bill. Yes, Cash, what is it, dear? Did you need an ear scratch? Yes. Don't Daddy scratch your ears right. Poor puppy. Daddy don't scratch his ears.
Oh no.
No.
That's horrible.
Have an ear scratch. Gonna get you an appointment with the groomer. Yeah. We'll get you the full package. What do you think of that? You gonna go flirt with another woman? Huh? We've never had him to a groomer, so I don't know how he's going to react, but he is going.
And that's all good.
They actually have aftershave they put on them.
Oh yeah.
Girl dogs, aftershave for the boy dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a nice, but they're really they treat. I was hoping these groomers will be as good as the old ones were, because the one we had during COVID, because they closed it down, she opened her own groomer, but she's like 45 miles away, and I'm not going to drive that far to get my dog groomed. I'm sorry. She was good, but
Not that good.
if gas wasn't so expensive, she would be that good. But I'm not going to spend that much money
That's
on gas. You wouldn't believe this, Greg, but there's a little tiny piece of property down beside our driveway does not belong to us. We Bill keeps it up and we have a garden down there, and it's changed hands a couple times, but the guy that owns it now told Bill if he was willing to keep it up, he was more than happy for us to have a garden down there. He was trying to sell that to people to put a house on, and Bill told him, if you try to sell that to him, he said, I'm going to go and tell them, hey, don't do this because it floods.
No, he borrowed his contractor. He's going to put trailer houses
Yeah.
together and rent them out. His thing wasn't, I told him that because his wife knew it was like she used to deliver mail down here.
Yeah.
Oh, it just happens occasionally, don't it? I think it ain't once enough. So I know people up down the street.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times a year is more than occasionally.
That was his answer. I think it flooded. He couldn't put nothing down there. It was in the floodplain.
It should be illegal. I don't think you
As
can
long
do
as he
that.
made money from it, he didn't care who he flooded out. Way out there.
But there was a lake,
Dream contract.
a man-made lake up the highway from us. When they filled that lake in, that's when it started flooding down here.
My granddaughter's rock. We used to rocks the creek yesterday. And she went and threw at me. She was too pretty. I had to keep it.
We'll put it on her table so she'll have it for
She
next
stuck
week.
it in my pocket, and I forgot about it. So I was having to my pocket.
Don't, yes. You remember her daddy? Andrew was out playing. I think he was like 5 or 6. And Bill went to pick him up and said, damn, he's gained like 10 pounds. He had 10 pounds rocks in his jeans pockets.
I miss Mark's humor. It's been a while, man.
I like Old Spike from Old Spike. That would be a good name for a dog clone. And kennel. Yeah. Yeah. Those would be good names. Get right on that, Mark. Make you some money.
Better copyright them. Copyright them right away.
Seriously. You know how many ideas I've come up with, and in 10, 15 years down the road, somebody else, and I'm going like, man, if I had, I could have actually sold that. Because I was like, it's just a stupid idea. Evidently, stupid ideas sell.
You know how many ideas I come up with, and then like 2 weeks later, I see Bagway creating what I wanted to make.
Yep. Creative minds, they say that for every idea that you have, that at least 1,000 people across the world have had the same idea at the same time.
Yeah,
But
the thing is,
move on it.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I was sitting around my house as much time as Crystal was, then I would have been able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I'm sitting around the house. That's telling you about it.
But you didn't have my idea though. And she probably heard me mention it, and she's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna sit around for the next 3 days designing this, and I'll just do it." Right?
Well, evidently, the judge and the lawyers are in his office arguing over this trial because of a piece of evidence that came out in testimony that was not supposed to be entered in testimony. So that's why they left really quick.
Uh-oh.
Can't they just say it?
Yeah, that'll get a lawyer in trouble right now.
That's when they just say jury's gonna have to disregard what they just heard and saw. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna forget the last statement that he said. Oh yeah, she's guilty. this is what she did. Oh no, I gotta forget that he ever said that on stand under oath.
No, because they've already heard it. It's already in their head.
Yeah.
I know.
And they're
I
like,
have to forget.
disregard this. How can you disregard something you've already heard?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Character king. Hey, I'm telling you, as lazy as women are getting, you might have a winner there, Mark. Probably better for them than chicken nuggets.
Uh-huh.
A rental car only rented Ford Escorts. Call it Mark's Escort Service.
Escort service. Why would you pick Ford? Oh, because of escorts.
It's Mark's Escort Service.
I know, but Ford. I know like you Fords. I don't like Chevrolets either. Give me a Subaru every time. Or a GMC. I like GMC because the parts are cheap. Still.
Oh my God, Mark, that's funny because that actually reminds me of when I had two turtles. I called them Sam and Ella, and nobody could figure out why. I'm like, because you get salmonella from turtles, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, that was one of the things we were warned against when Andrew started getting turtles. And evidently that's what was killing them. I didn't realize you had to be so uberly clean with them. I mean, they crawl around in the freaking dirt.
I never did. I wasn't. I'd play with them.
No, I mean in the wild.
I would play with my turtles and eat a sandwich. It wouldn't bother. I wouldn't wash my hands between. It didn't bother me at all.
I still think we should have just caught him a box turtle out of the backyard, a little red ear, kept it quiet because it's illegal to own them, and just take care of it. Let it stay out in the yard and make it a little enclosure instead of going
What's my idea?
money on ones that die.
Well, Mark, you know whose idea really sucked the most in the entire world? The suckiest idea ever was Dyson. Just saying.
Hoover was the first sucky. Actually,
Yeah, but Dyson's
Rainbow.
actually making money on it.
Hey, we owned a Dyson. Dysons are not too bad. Yeah, turtle stew, Greg. Yum. Turtle stew is good.
Hmm.
140.
Turtles, rah rah.
Turtle stew, fried frog legs. Yummy.
The bologna sandwich.
Barbecue frog legs.
Yes.
I like that one, Mark. A sweetener made from nectar bees that get from marijuana flowers. Call it sweet and high.
Yeah, because they got eggs left in it. Don't stack it up.
What if that would have any effect on you?
Hash browns and you had sausage, bacon.
No, well, it'd be like
Now I'm
THC butter.
curious. Now I'm curious. Well, yeah, because they have to be pollinated like any other flower. You might be onto something there, Mark. It's legal out there, isn't it? Not legal here, but I know where some fields are. I went to school with a guy who's my best friend. His dad was a preacher. His mother was oh crap, what do they call them? Where they go
Minister?
to other countries. No, they have a name for it.
Oh, yeah.
I know the name, but it's not coming in my head. A missionary.
Missionaries.
That's the word I was looking for.
Was he a missionary
And-
man?
Well, they had helicopters flying over and over and over, and they stopped. And the DEA showed up in their front yard. We were at school. I got off the bus there because I was going to hang out with him and his sister Paula for a couple hours before I went home. And they were digging all his plants up. Said he had planted all the way around their barn. Told his mom they made really pretty bushes. About $200,000 worth. Street value. Got in a lot of trouble over that. His dad lost his property. And then he was sent off to northern West Virginia to live with his uncle.
Yeah, it sucks now that it's legal, right?
Yeah. Oh, he never forgave his parents for sending him off, sending him
I was
away.
watching the other day. Oh, I was watching The Rookie. You ever watch The Rookie with Nathan Fillion? So he encountered this one guy who was vandalizing a cannabis sign, and he just got out of doing 10 years in jail because he was caught with marijuana in possession and did time for it, and he gets out and it's all legal now, right? He didn't get those years back at all. Now he was just choked at the government.
My little brother had a friend named, funnily enough, Mark, who got arrested. They confiscated everything in his apartment, and my brother was just knocking on the door when they showed up, so he wasn't implicated in any way other than they were friends. And he kept looking at my little brother. He said, "Don't forget you have a key." And my little brother was nodding. And after they cleared out, about 3 days later, my little brother went in there and got the huge freaking pot plant that was growing in his living room in a planter in plain sight that they never touched. Yeah. I've often wondered about that. And then you have the National Guard who goes out and cuts entire fields of it down and then burns it.
Burns it, yeah.
Stands where the wind's blowing, of course. They were all very happy that night. Actually, most of the community was really happy that night. Okay, I mean, come down with hay trailers just piled with it. Oh yeah, they used to grow it in the tobacco fields, the hay fields, and
Yeah,
corn.
well, they grow in tobacco because it hides the aroma, smell of it.
Not just that, it doesn't pick because tobacco picks up as infrared as well as weed. So when they was doing flyovers with the infrared, which is how they found my friend's plants, they couldn't tell it was there because it just looks like the tobacco crop. That was way out in Mason County. And that's where a lot of those people out there that was didn't have nothing is how they made their money.
Well, it's like all them.
I don't have a problem with marijuana just simply because it's a naturally occurring substance. It grows. It's been here for thousands of years. It's been around.
Well, it's like the moonshine
Tobacco.
show too, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think people should smoke it and go out and drive a car or use a gun or anything, but it's like tobacco. Yeah, you can't do that here, Mark. It's still illegal here unless you have a doctor's card, a prescription
Medical card.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only way. They haven't. And when they do, you're going to see it popping up in everybody's backyards. Doctors, lawyers, judges. And I am not shitting you on that. Because we all know they do it. It's just illegal.
Yeah, well, it's like here, like you're allowed six personal plants for personal use to grow on your own. You can grow up to 36 if you have a permit for growing, like for a grow op. But you can walk into any like you don't need a prescription card or anything. You just walk into the cannabis store and just buy what you want.
That's how it is here too. You just walk in and get what you need.
See, and because the cannabis laws are so slack right now in Canada, that BC, British Columbia, also decided to add on heroin, cocaine, crack, and meth.
And I can see not having those around. I have never,
No.
you know, like,
No,
oh,
but
you
they're
do. I have never seen
they're
anybody overdose on weed.
they're decriminalized now in British Columbia, so you can actually you can carry up to like 3 ounces of each for personal use.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hola, Maritza. How you doing?
What reliable
Hey, Maritza.
source of information
Not what I wanted.
willing to do reasonable business. But
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy to me.
the frustrated malice that
No, I was trying to reset my phone for my cooking story. Look at this.
No, but what I was talking about what John was saying.
Oh, I didn't hear him because that was in my ear. What'd you say, John?
Yeah. So in British Columbia, they've also decriminalized cocaine, heroin, crack, and meth.
No, I
You
don't
can
agree with
So you can actually go down to the safe injection sites and have somebody watch you overdose, and if you do, then Narcan's readily available.
Oh, Narcan's readily available here, but I don't necessarily agree with Narcan
I don't agree with that either, but
because they're going to keep doing it. I mean, we had this one woman here. They use Narcan on her at least 8-9 times a month. She'd go to Sheets, park under the canopy where you get the gas, shoot up, and overdose. And somebody would find her, call the cops, they come in, use Narcan, and off she go.
yeah, my whole thing is nope. You get one.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
Once. You get to save your life
It's-
once.
It's a waste of expenses and resources.
And this is coming from somebody who had multiple addicts in her family. And I don't agree with Narcan. It just encourages it. I can do
Yeah,
as
because
much
the
as
thing
I
is,
want. I'm not going to die.
exactly.
Hola, Maritza. I love your name. I like saying her name. I think it's cool.
Maritza.
Maritza.
Greg says ban Narcan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a one-time deal and they've made a mistake, that's one thing. But there's too many people abusing it.
Yeah.
They should make Narcan as expensive as
It's free.
insulin. No,
It shouldn't be.
not appears not. But they should make Narcan as expensive as insulin. There you go. Then
They
people will
only
think twice.
charge
Yeah.
for Narcan if you're in the hospital.
See,
No,
you
Annie doesn't like anything. Annie doesn't. Lost too many family members to that, Greg, and seen too many families here destroyed by that crap. But I've never seen a family destroyed over weed.
Narcan kits, $22, $20 each. You can buy as many as you want.
If they find them in their vehicle and they have overdosed, they will treat them and they do not get charged for it. They can go anyone to any pharmacy here and request it, and they will give it to them free of charge. And I think that's the problem. And now they're just abusing that just so they can get higher, and not realizing that every time they try to get higher, they're just doing more damage to their body.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why Trump wants to shut down the fentanyl border coming across from Canada. Because Canada's the only place where
The
fentanyl
deaths
comes
from
from.
fentanyl here too. I think the worst fentanyl death we had was a little girl in Huntington. She had on a pair of flip flops, and she stepped on a needle. She died within 5 minutes.
Oh no.
She was only 6. the needle come through the bottom of her flip flop. That's why that one lady at Sheets, and all I did was roll my window down because she let her little girl, and there was needles all over that damn parking lot. My son worked there. He was constantly complaining about how many needles they had to clean up every night. And I was like, man, maybe you shouldn't let her run around barefoot. And she ripped me a new one for telling me how to raise her kids. I was like,
Yeah.
worried about her health. That's all. What you need, babe? Hi. Nice to see you too. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Guess this means we're going to be up all night again tonight, huh? Good job. Good talk. And that concludes my interaction with him for today, I figure. Come
For
in,
now.
scratch my back, and leave.
Man, your job's so easy.
I know. On his good days, it is. I will admit that. On his
Yeah.
good days, it's very easy. It's those rough days that take it out of you.
Yeah. It's those, oh my God, days.
Yeah. The will you please stop because I'm going to lose my mind days.
The ones where you just want to go and sit in the closet and cry.
And have.
And
Well, not
oh
closet.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and scream and cry and yeah.
Many, many times after I got him to sleep at night and sit in the middle of the kitchen floor and bawl.
Oh
I
yeah,
think I could take it one more day. But
yeah.
I just kept going.
It's rough. It's not as easy as people seem to think.
Well, I mean, it's not rough. Well, it can be rough physically, but it's more the mental and emotional
Right,
it takes
right.
on.
Yeah,
It's okay. I love him. He's worth it. Every
no,
minute
you,
of angst
yeah,
and trouble I've had to go through, he's been worth.
yeah. Well, you know, I'm always here to talk,
I know.
and we have,
And that helps a lot, way more than you think some days.
yeah, and we have many a time.
It's a lot easier to talk it over with somebody who's going through it as well or has been through it. I mean,
Yeah.
my sister tries to empathize, but if you've not been through it, it's really hard to
Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while she does try, and I never tell her it's, it doesn't help because she is trying, and I appreciate that.
Zach, food's here.
Speaking of, I need to go get his dinner on the table. I'll be about 15 minutes. You still gonna be on, John?
I gotta go dehydrate and I gotta grab some food. So I can cut it off for now. Like, I'll be back on in like an hour.
Okay, we
Okay.
can do that. Yeah, that
All
works.
right.
Bye, everybody. If you enjoyed the conversation, and for the guys in chat there, learned some stuff today. I appreciate that. I like it when I learn new things. See, John, I have good wood questions sometimes.
All right, you take
Yep,
care,
you do.
Annie.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
All right, bye.
They gave me plates and napkins today.
Huh?
They gave me plates and napkins today.
Holy crap, that's unusual.
They never do
I think you're gonna have a picnic with us or something.
that. I told her I needed 3 plates. She gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 of them.
Are we out of plates?
No,
Oh,
I don't know why she gave me stuff.
okay.
Will you? And for some reason, your pasta is in its own damn box.
Yeah, they do that.
No, you usually get the big dinner box,
Oh,
the long box. I didn't get that.
oh.
JJ's going for a nap. What?
I'm gonna go eat. Well, if you're leaving, they're gonna go take naps and do their own thing. I'm gonna go eat.
Exactly.
You gotta get something to eat and do stuff. So
Yeah, like I said, I'll be back in about an hour or so.
okay, I will see you all then, and have a good one, everyone.
All right, everybody, take care, have fun, and we'll let me play my outro, and we'll see you in about an hour or so. All right.